This is PM Insights, www.pminsights-talk.com. All right, this is our PM Insights Republican Convention recap. Monday was the first day of the Republican Convention. It ended yesterday. Every day seemed to have a theme. Monday was Make America Safe Again, although they never really discussed the theme, it seems like. Started out with the Never Trump people trying to disrupt and recount their delegates. They knew it wasn't going to work. It was just to give them a little disruption and to make it start off at a jumpy start, which it did. Highlights of the evening were, well, not highlights, but just, they had speakers. He couldn't get anybody to come speak. There was no one from the Republican Party there. Paul Ryan was there because he had to be. Mitch McConnell was there because he had to be, I guess, too. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he just got lost on the way to the pond. He just is the turtle, And so he had a bunch of, second-rate people. Of course, one of the first speakers he had was Willie Robertson from Duck Dynasty, with his ugly-ass beard and his stupid red, white, and blue bandana around his head. And of course, talking about their religious values and how they end every day at the family dinner time with a prayer. Yeah, well, isn't he the one whose father was thrown off the show, which helped, I think, and was helped each towards the demise of that show because of his father's anti-gay and racist comments. So there's those Republican family values for you, right at you again. Boom. Just, one of my favorite speakers he had that night, Scott Baio. Who the fuck? Scott Baio. And he's, Mr. Conservative and Mr. This and that, and they had on there Scott Baio. Let me see, how do they have it? Okay. Listed as an actor, producer, actor since when? Like the 1980s? I had made a comment one time about, because I saw him on YouTube talking about, the Republican Party and how Trump's the guy and this and that, and it's like this washed up, and I made a comment, this washed up actor is now a spokesperson for Trump and the Republican Party. And some woman commented, well, he's been in a few movies. I said, really? Remind me lately which blockbuster he was in that I might have missed. Of course, I got no response. Scott Baio. And he's up there, spewing hate, spewing what he thinks is, whatever. He started, of course, we all know him as, Chachi, and Chachi loves Joni, and then Charles in Charge. Huge television hits. Okay, so that one. And then, I love this one. He got Antonio Sabato. He's a ex-underwear model, which gives him all the credibility in the world as a political analyst. He's an ex-underwear model, a soap opera star, and he was on Dancing with the Stars. Now, mind you, Dancing with the Stars uses the word stars very loosely. So it means dancing with I wish I was a star. What really pissed me off about this guy is afterwards he gave an interview, and he gave an interview, and that Obama is a Muslim. He's not a Christian, he's a Muslim. Let's just watch this and then we'll just...
Well, I mean, we're talking about, I mean, first of all, I don't believe that the guy is a Christian. I don't believe he follows the God that I love and the Jesus that I love. I think he has an agenda from the beginning. I think he's, I mean, he grew up. If you follow his story, if you read his book, if you understand about Obama, I mean, that's not a Christian name, is it? I mean, the guy had an agenda to change dramatically this country from left to even further left, respecting teachers. The Bible is completely out of the schools.
Okay, numbnuts, the Bible is supposed to be out of the schools. It's a separation of church and state, okay? You stupid ass.
Specifically, you mentioned religion seems to be very important to you.
Yeah.
Why is it that you don't believe that President Obama is Christian, is a man who regularly attends church services with his family?
No, he does not. Actually, he does not attend church. He actually has never talked about Jesus Christ once. You know, I've met a lot of Christians. I know Christians. I am one, and I don't believe he is. And I think he grew up.
Why? Why don't you believe he is?
It's in my heart, man. I just see it for what it is. I believe that he's on the other side. I think.
What's the other side?
Oh, the Middle East. He's with the bad guys. He's with them. He's not with us. He's not with this country. He doesn't support what the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, all the great things that made this country great. He doesn't support.
So I'm just curious. Do you think it's necessary for a person, male or female, to be a Christian in order to be an effective president? And if so, how do you rationalize that? What the Constitution says with separation of church and state?
Well, you have a point, but also at the same time, this country was based on rules that actually go back to the Bible. I mean, we're talking about this nation under God. I mean, it says that
But it doesn't say which God. It just says
there's
under
only
God.
That's one God that we know about. It's not. You believe it's Islam? This country was based on Islam, or do you believe that the God that I'm talking about is the one in the Bible?
Do you believe that we
This
could
is
never
where
have...
I really have to laugh. Okay, in the Bible, this is not the God that in the Bible. You must not have read the Bible because a Muslim, it's the same God. Hello. Oh my gosh, what an illiterate, ignorant, like I say, he's an ex-underwear model. That gives him a lot of credibility as a political analyst. So, you know, he must know what he's talking about.
President or never have a Jewish president?
We had one. We had a Muslim president for 7.5 years.
You believe that President Obama is a Muslim?
Absolutely.
Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
And that is based on what you feel in your heart?
That's what I believe, yeah. And you know what? I have the right to believe that, and you have the right to go against that, but I believe it.
Yeah, you got the right to believe in the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus, too. So, yeah, in his heart. He knows in his heart. And he can tell a Christian, because he is a Christian. He knows a Christian when he sees one. And Obama's not a Christian name. I don't know if Antonio Sabato was a Christian name either. You know, I don't remember, was there a disciple named Antonio? Is there a book of the Bible, Antonio? So he must not be Christian either. What a fucking moron. Sorry, just pisses me off. Enough on him. And of course we have the highlight of the evening. In the center ring, you know, Melania's speech, you know, she looked great. I don't blame her or whatever, you know, she looked great, she looked stunning, she did, and she spoke well, but she just, it was, and it was, when they realized it sounded like plagiarism, and you put them side by side, you can see, yeah, okay, it's not exact, they didn't use the same exact words in a lot of, but mostly, you could tell it was an exact copy, and it wasn't the whole speech, it was just a part of the speech, and that wasn't completely, it was pretty much word for word, but there were some word changes to make it look like it was your own. And then he's got this, his campaign manager, the dude that doubles as a model for the John Gotti Men's Warehouse for suits and toupees, Paul Manafort. But he, you know, and then he go, it wasn't true. You know, those things that people say that are similar, and those, you know, people use those phrases a lot. And then some guy even said, I don't know, Republican senator, I guess it was, compared it to like a My Little Pony story, My Little Pony, and like My Little Pony, because your dreams come true, because there's a reference to your dreams, probably doing all of in the speech. My Little Pony. Okay, you guys, come on, you're sinking really low now. So anyway, but it was obvious. They did come 36 hours later. They came clean. And at first, I didn't blame her. But then on the plane, I don't know. She's not a dummy, but I don't think she's aware of what she's into yet, or she probably knows now. But she's in the plane, and they say, "Oh yeah, I wrote it." And she knows that we know she didn't write it. She had help. It's a major speech. Everyone would have help writing a speech. You're talking to, you know what I mean? It's a major speech. So yeah, it was plagiarized. And you put them side by side, and here, like you say, these Paul Manforty, it's a lie. Trump, it's a lie. Even his kids put a spin on it. And but side by side, it was so obvious, and they come clean 36 hours later. A day and a half later, it's like, okay, someone came forward, and it was, So I'm not trying, but it's like shady. Just my point is that they talk about Lying Ted and Crooked Hillary, and then and now you've got they lied. They they hate Hillary for it because she lied, and now it's like, okay, it's okay. They lied. That's okay. It's probably the only time they ever lied, so they get away with it. So that's what kills me. And then plus it was from Michelle Obama's speech. Okay, their arch nemesis. Her husband and her. So, all right, there's just so much to do. So I'm just going to cover one day at a time. This was from Monday, and this was I did say it. This was Make America Safe Again. There wasn't a lot talked about why they did it, or how. If they even anything, I'm going to get into this probably tomorrow or the next day. But everything they talk about, I feel like it's like, it's how you keep saying this, but how? All right, I'm going to talk about that probably tomorrow or the next day. Probably tomorrow. Depends on what else happens. It's right off the bat. It's been fun. Been a hot mess already. It seems like so. Okay. This has been PM Insights, the Republican Convention, Trump-Pence 2016 recap. So, all right, see you like a donut tomorrow.